Okay, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Check out all my social media, all my links, everything's in the description of this video. But let's get right to it. Spenser Confidential, a Netflix movie, starring Mark Wahlberg, Liza Schlesinger, Post Malone, Winston Duke, Bokeem Woodbine, Alan Arkin. I enjoyed this movie. It was directed by Peter Berg. First of all, like Michael Bay, you either like Peter Berg movies or you don't like Peter Berg movies. I like Michael Bay movies. I like Peter Berg movies. Okay. They're exactly the kind of things that I want to be in as an actor. Fun, really good stuff. So this movie is about, Mark Wahlberg plays a cop who, saw some stuff that was happening, some dirty cop stuff going on. He goes to talk to his boss. This is in the beginning of the movie. It's like a recap thing. And he gets pissed off his boss because his boss been wailing on his wife. And he beats her up, beats up the cop, his boss. And next thing you know, he's in jail for 5 years for assaulting a police officer. They threw the book at him, right? So he gets out, and Alan Arkin's like his guy that's taking care of him and taking care of his dog for 5 years. He's got a beagle named Pearl that he refers to in the beginning of the film when he was in jail in the library. He gets into this big fight with Post Malone and a couple other bad guys. Winston Duke is in this film. I loved him in Get Out. No, it wasn't Get Out. Was it? What was the one he did with Peele? Jordan Peele. What was that one? Us. It was Us. Yes. No, I liked him in Us. I liked him in Black Panther, Avengers. I like this actor. I enjoy his performances and everything. He was like a standout in this movie. I liked what he did. His character was a lot of fun. Bokeem Woodbine, like in the opening scene when he's with Mark Wahlberg in the police car, I already knew he was the bad guy because he plays the bad guy in almost all of his movies. So you knew at some point when he was acting like the good guy in the beginning, he would be the guy that was the bad guy that turned on all the cops and all that kind of stuff and became the drug dealer and all that other kind of stuff. Liza Schlesinger did a great job. This whole movie took place in Southie, as far as the location, because they were Boston. It was all in Boston. So of course Mark Wahlberg, gets to let loose and bring up the accent again. Liza Schlesinger, she was the over the top ex-girlfriend, on again, off again girlfriend, and every time she was in a scene, she stole it from everyone. It didn't matter who it was, even Alan Arkin, one of the greatest actors of all time. She's seen stealing from him, seen stealing from everyone. You can't keep your eyes off of her. And when she's doing those accents with the lobster and all that stuff, you fucking, all the stuff that she said was just hysterical. Even calling the cop at the police, one of her first lines, when she's at the prison trying to see Mark Wahlberg, who just got out of prison, she's like, yeah, whatever, Shawshank. And when she referred to the guard, just funny stuff. Mark Wahlberg was Mark Wahlberg. The thing I like about Mark Wahlberg is he knows who he is as an actor. He's never going to be Gary Oldman, right? He's just not that guy. He's more like Harrison Ford. When you go see a Harrison Ford movie, you're seeing Harrison Ford. It's very hard for Harrison to meld into characters. He's always like Harrison Ford. Maybe early on in his career, he might have been able to do that. Mark Wahlberg, same thing. He's Mark Wahlberg in every movie. But he knows it, and that's okay, because he does roles that he can knock out of the park. My favorite role that Mark Wahlberg has ever had was in The Departed. And he didn't have much of a role, but his role was awesome. It's probably the best thing he's ever been in. But he's still the beauty about the character that he's playing in this, Spenser. And what I loved, which it again, it's like it goes back to Peter Berg. There's a lot of comedy in this, and a lot of the fight scenes were very real. And what I mean by that is, unlike John Wick, where Keanu Reeves just goes into a room and can take out 50 people, Mark Wahlberg gets beat up in every scene he's in. He is not the guy that comes out, except towards the end of the movie, but he's constantly battered and bloody throughout this entire film. Every time he gets in a room to pick a fight with somebody, he'll get the upper hand on him, but not before he gets completely beat down. And see, that's what I like most about this movie. And that's why I gravitate towards it, because it didn't make Mark Wahlberg out to be a superhero. He was like a regular guy. And when he gets into a fight with 6 guys, he's got to use everything he can. He's got to do dirty, almost like, very Raiders of the Lost Ark, when Harrison Ford gets knocked down and he fighting the big German, and he grabs the dirt and he throws it in his eyes. He's got to fight dirty because all the people he's up against are bigger than him, maybe more well-trained, more armed. Same thing here. Mark Wahlberg uses everything: tables, chairs, glass doors, windows. He's throwing stuff at people. And it's not pretty. It's not like some choreographed, kung fu, gung fu kind of thing. He is just like grappling with people. And I love that about the movie. And I think that was a great way to sell this character. He's like this guy that wants to help out the underdog. And what's really cool is at the end of the movie, they set it up for a sequel. So I really hope that it does very well for Netflix. And that they do give it a sequel. It's a lot like Six Underground, in that they open it up that like this is a franchise. And so I really hope that this becomes a franchise for Mark Wahlberg to keep knocking these Spenser Confidentials out of the park. I think he did a great job. Everybody did a great job in this movie. I definitely recommend it if you're bogged down with the COVID-19 stuff and you're isolating yourself and you got Netflix. Check out Spenser Confidential. It is rated R, and that's for the gratuitous violence and all that other kind of stuff and language and everything. But if you like any of the cast that I rambled off earlier, you're going to enjoy this movie. If you like Peter Berg's work, you're going to enjoy this movie. Have fun. It's a popcorn movie. Make some popcorn, microwave popcorn, whatever you got to do. But check out Spenser Confidential if you got nothing going on. And there you go. So how about that? Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out all my social media links in the description below. And we'll see you on the next one.